Hey, it's Ben Lai from Sales Ethos. Thanks for joining us. Today I'm going to address the question, how do you sell an inferior product? Now, this is going to sound completely contradictory to everything that I represent. Yet, I've been asked this question for several times over the last couple of weeks. And so I thought I'd share a couple of insights to help you along if you feel like you're struggling with this issue. Let's just say your product is not competitive. You have an ethical and a moral dilemma. On the one hand, you want to do what's in the best interest for the client, but on the other, you need to serve your company and you need to move product. That's what you are hired to do. And so how do you resolve this? I'm going to share with you 3 tips to help you with that. Number 1 is to find any points of differentiation that you can. Every product, even commodities, have differentiation. I'll give you my personal example. When I first went into the profession of selling, I was selling domain names. Now, domain names is what you type in to reach a website. Now, that's the same no matter who you register it from. However, I had a bit of a dilemma that we were charging much more than what the competition were, sometimes up to 5 times as much. And so one of the things that I was taught at the beginning is that some people register their domain names with our company simply because they like the brand. And so if you think about the other brands that are out on the market, you know, they may charge a lot more for this, is what seems to be the same product as others, but people like that because of the association that they have with the brand. So sometimes you may need to rely on that sort of factor in order to differentiate your product. Now, from a personal perspective, and this brings me to point number 2, is that you can bring differentiation to the product. So in that same scenario about the domain names, one of the ways that I used to help myself to resolve this moral dilemma was to give my clients my direct number. And what I said to them was that when you're buying a domain name with this company and through me, you're not just getting a domain name, you're actually getting my consulting services as well. And so I would provide advice in terms of how to go about building the website and to look at the marketing strategy. And if you think about this in the market, if you went out and hired a business coach or if you hired a website consultant, that could have easily costed $250 or more just for that service. And so I was adding incredible amounts of value just from my personal expertise and my care factor. And that is how I managed to sell domain names at a higher price than other people. Now, the third option is the uncomfortable one, which is that if you really don't believe in the product that you are selling, then you may have to go and find another company or another product to work with. Because at the end of the day, you are going to have to sleep at night and to feel comfortable with yourself. If day in, day out, you're selling something you don't believe in, you're not going to be very happy, and neither are your clients. So it's a difficult thing to say, but if you really can't differentiate, then you just need to find another company or product to represent. So there you have it. Find differentiation in the product, make yourself the differentiator, and as a last resort, find another company or product to represent. And that is how you can resolve this moral conflict of selling a supposedly inferior product to people. My name is Ben Lai from Sales Ethos, and remember that integrity plus skills equals success.